sisters, bitches, and gentlefolk. Welcome to Tabletop Tiddies, a queer and feminist live Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast run entirely by people of marginalized genders. My name is Charlene Bear, and I'll be your dungeon goddess this evening. My pronouns are she, her, and you can call me Char. My wonderful players today are ready to go.
Hello, my name is Sara Mayfield. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am playing Wilmer Adamith Myandis III. And he is a half-elf sorcerer. And I would say that he's a bit exacerbated after getting a omelet to the face. And he's also excited about beginning this food fight.
Yeah,
starting the puns now, early.
Apparently. Doing it. Hey, everybody. My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Borba Skullcleaver, the orc barbarian. Her pronouns are also she, her. Borba is a little confused as to why people are throwing food, kind of making her a little angry. Also, I think she's concerned because I don't know if we've seen Steve. I'll ask if we could maybe do a perception check to see if we know if Steve is alive. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Bonsoir. My name is Amanda Lourenço. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Mila Thornfire. She is a halfling bard. I almost forgot what she was for a second. She is a Lightfoot halfling bard. And, you know, she's excited. She likes food fights. She's just excited. We love a good food fight. We are ready to go. She's gonna run! Yes.
Okay.
What's up? My name is Emily Matchette. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Steve the Gnome Rogue, whose pronouns are also she, her. And, Steve just got fucking stabbed, so she's not in a great place. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much more to that. She just got stabbed.
That's really not funny.
It was the way she said it.
Yeah, so she got stabbed. That's where she's at.
Fair.
Is that everybody?
That's everybody.
Can you tell that I'm so behind? I'm like, oh my god, I'm not ready. No. All right. Last time on Tabletop Tiddies, Marge's favorite spin. Oh, it's sponsors. My bad. Yep. Before we dive into our 11th session, we have our sponsors to thank.
Wilmer Adamith Myandis III here, and I would like to talk to you about, and I just got back for the geekwood.ca online store. Their friendly shopkeeper showed me their epic dice sets, gorgeous dice vaults, and other original handcrafted one-of-a-kind accessories. I bought one of their charisma-boosting D&D pins, and I love it so much. I had a word with Geekwood's Master of Coin. By using promo code TIDDIES, with double D's, you can add a free D&D pin to your next order. If you live in Canada, shipping is free on all items. That's geekwood.ca for all your luxury D&D needs.
Have you heard of Nerdy Narwhal Co.? Everyone is talking about them. Their hand-polished, manufactured, handmade nerdy earrings are a must. Darling, if you aren't rolling with a Nerdy Narwhal dice, what's the point? Plus, they're Canadian. Beautiful British Columbia cannot compete with the beauty of their glittery, colorful, lustrous dice. Stop on by their Etsy store and use my promo code TABLETOPTIDDIES, all caps, no spaces, darling, and get yourself 15% off on me. That's Nerdy Narwhal Co. on Etsy. What are you waiting for? Go now.
Where do I, Borba, go to unwind? The Stormcrow Alehouse, a sports bar but for geeks, is a community space where everything from the decor to the design of the menus are filled with science fiction and horror fandoms. My usual at the Stormcrow Alehouse is the Dungeon Burger and their random shots. You roll a d20 and let the whims of fate build your burger and choose your shooter. They have vegan and gluten-friendly options, and a carefully curated selection of 20-plus local beers on tap, and signature cocktails like Romulan Ale, Butterbeer, and Cthulhu Tiki. Stormcrow Ale House, Canada's most apocalyptic bar, is open for dine-in, delivery, and takeout.
Looking to go on an epic adventure, but don't have the time to write your own campaign? Dungeon Crate is a monthly RPG subscription box designed to enhance your tabletop experience. Each month, the Dungeon Crate team
You got this.
personally curates oh my goodness, English is not my thing today. Personally curates multiple tiers of epic crates full of fantasy coins, miniatures, and tabletop terrains with all digital versions as well. So just like in every game, you won't know what's coming. Use the promo code TiddiesDC20 for $5 off a new subscription. Compatible with a variety of tabletop role-playing games, now is the perfect time to start your new adventure at dungeoncrate.com.
Meow. That was sweet.
Yeah. Great, you guys.
Woo!
That was really cute.
You know what I should use? DungeonCrate.com. Then I wouldn't have to be writing episodes while they're happening. Last time on Tabletop Tiddies, Marge's favorites spent their days training for the next trial. Borba and Steve bonded over heightened senses training, and Mila and Wilmer stood up for themselves against a very rude fellow competitor, a furball named Rubnuck, and received some inspiration for versatility from Mila's grandfather. The group is all level 4 now, and even Clove and Floof have some new abilities. Throughout their training, they periodically snuck down to Timber, trying to gather more information about the Game Masters and what they are truly up against. Finally, on the morning of their last day of this particular training period, the group went down to the dining area for breakfast, and a food fight broke out while Steve was busy stealing health potions from other competitors. Suddenly, in the midst of all the chaos, Steve felt a sharp pain in her side and a whisper in her ear saying, "Mart sends his regards," as she took 20 points of damage from a poison dagger. So
I'm
we're
unimpressed.
in the dining hall, which is a large room about 150 feet across, filled with wooden tables of various sizes, benches, chairs. The smell of freshly fried sweet buns, bacon, eggs, potatoes, and more fills the air, and the floor is tiled with an intricate pattern, and your fellow competitors are scattered throughout the room. There's about 100 or people so here. But we are beginning in the heat of battle. In an instant, the entire dining area fills with screams, squeals of delight, roars of anger, and laughter. Steve is stabbed, but breakfast is being thrown every which way across the room, and the rest of you are all 50 feet away. So let's do a perception check with disadvantage to see if you notice Steve getting stabbed.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
We're
because
distracted by food.
we're getting hit in the face with a bunch of food.
I got
like,
a
I just got
2.
stabbed.
That's a 10. Or, yeah, that's a 10.
Oh my god.
Amanda might see it. Amanda might.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
god, a 22
right.
and a 21?
Lucky day.
Steve, you are poisoned and will have disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks until you lose the poisoned condition. But don't worry, because although Wilmer and Borba are busy watching the food flying across as like a music video slow-mo, Mila's eyes dart across the room, past the banquet tables, and she sees you crumple in half, still standing as you've just taken this hit of a poison dagger. But right now, we have already rolled initiative, so the first up is actually someone who I forgot to credit, which is What's Up Force on Twitter. You donated to our Indiegogo and designed the character Ecroft the Rover. That's our surfer dude, Bard. So thank you, What's Up Force, for this lovely yellow-haired bard who's going to say, "Yo, it's food dodgeball. If you could dodge a ball, you could dodge a fried egg," as he launches it at a fellow competitor. Does it hit? with a nat 1. Flying through the air, this fried egg sizzles on his hand, making him lose his grasp on it just as it flies, landing on the middle of a dining room table, splattering all of the fellow competitors. Borba, you are next.
All right, cool. Who did I get hit with any food yet, or nah? Am I just walking?
So far you have your entire party is clear of food, but there is the beginnings of food being launched.
Oh yeah, I think yeah. So do I see the person who started the food fight?
Oh, that's true. Wilmer, didn't you get hit with someone last episode?
Yeah, I got an omelet.
Omelet to the face. So yeah, Borba, you would notice because this was pretty close to you. It's do you see that ping on the screen?
Let me get my character sheet out of the way.
Ooh. It is pinging.
Zoom out.
I'm trying
Roll
to
20.
use more
Okay,
areas in my battle. So I wanted some difficult terrain, some things you could climb over or hide behind. So I'm actually using the map system, which usually we just do theater of the mind. But yeah, you see a human fighter that's looking pretty proud of himself, like dusting his hands off with some omelet remains.
Cool. I'm gonna see if I can run over to him. What is the closest thing that I can grab that would be like an unarmed strike in this food fight? Probably whatever's on my table.
Yeah, you have fucking sausages that you were just eating, like munching on already in your hands.
All right, I'm going over there and I'm gonna do an unarmed strike on him and just shove these sausages, shove these things in his face. If you know what I'm saying.
All right, shove that sausage in this man's gullet. Roll to attack.
All right, let's do it. Wow, I am really bad at scrolling today. There we go. That's a 26.
Yeah. Oh man, you have a fistful of sausage links right now in your hand, like breakfast sausages. And how do you want to attack this man with sausage?
I'm just gonna they're like linked still, so I'm just gonna be like whipping him in the face with it. Like, dude. Like, why would you do that?
It's like that GIF where the like woman is bombarded with the hot dogs. Do people know that GIF? As this man gets whipped in the face with oily sausage.
Ew.
Nice work. Further on in the cafeteria. Oh, sorry. Did you have a flu faction?
I think Floof is just eating the stuff off the ground as it falls. I don't think it's great right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So further off in the distance, there is another man in a black vest who you haven't seen before. He's got green curly hair, like lime green, and he starts getting up on his chair, climbing onto the table. Let me do a check for that. He's going to try and jump on the table. Hold on one second.
I've seen this go wrong for people before in D&D games.
And yeah, he succeeds. So he jumps up from the ground on top of the table and shouts, "Blue team shall eat you all alive!" And he launches some mixed berries at a young teen in a brown cardigan. Does he hit? With a 17, she takes 3 points of damage as the mixed berries get her right in the eye and it sort of stings.
It was bad.
Next to you, I'm sorry, this is a huge battle. Paya is here, and she is sitting next to this man who just jumped on the table shouting about blue team. And she just looks at him and says, "Control your temper. This is our mer creature that Borba may be interested in."
I don't know if anybody else knew about that.
She looks across
I
the
felt a vibe.
she looks across the cafeteria, having noticed you smack this man with a bunch of sausage links. And she starts moving over towards you, which is, she only has a movement speed of 25, so she's going to be a bit slow.
Okay.
This is a large cafeteria, but
take your time.
She'll take the dash action to get a bit closer so that you can fight side by side.
Aw.
And Steve, you are next in the initiative.
Yeah, Kate, I'm turning around and I'm checking out who the fuck just stabbed me.
All right. Can you give me an investigation check?
With my plus 10? Yes, I can. I nat 1. Fuck me. I'll just fucking leave.
No! Oh my god!
What the hell?
Of course,
I'm
of
upset.
course.
Wow. The chaos is happening right now. There is so much debris flying everywhere, all still just food, but you can see figures in this room, but no pinpointing of anybody. You can't even see your team right now.
I think all I want to do is like run behind like the counter and hide. Like I'm not into it right now. Can I like go and hop over the counter so that I can make it to the other side of the counter?
Yeah, you have to do an athletics check, and don't forget that all your ability checks are at disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Oh no. Hey, maybe if you
could
fucking
hide
get it,
under a table.
12?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, with a 12, I'll say you're able to hop over this counter, so you could be on the other side of it.
Just want to make it to there.
Great.
I was gonna say maybe if you crit it, we'll notice that you're flailing about poisoned, and we'll be
Oh
like,
yeah,
shit!
and I'm gonna call out, "Help! I've been stabbed! What the hell?" Hopefully, giving someone advantage on finding me.
And do you want a bonus action hide?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Still disadvantage.
Yep. This is forever until you get
12.
With actually, well, it's your first roll, so it's fine. But I was gonna say the amount of food flying around would kind of counteract your disadvantage, so you could roll flat. So we would take the first dice roll there, which is the 12. Yeah, you sneak under this table. You seem to think that people are too busy fighting and throwing shit. Well, not literal shit, because that would be gross. To mosey under this buffet table, which is lined with a tablecloth that doesn't quite hit the floor, but does give you a little bit of cover under there.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah. We have 2 more competitors launching food in the air. Wow, 2 threes in a row. Both of them just arcing as they hit each other in the ceiling or like in the upper part of this cafeteria, falling to the floor. They kind of like lock eyes and you think a romance might be blooming. And that is when you hear Ren shout, "Oh, what the heck? Feast your eyes on this, blue team!" And she shoves a pie in that first fucking fighter's face.
Yes. Fuck
Love
that
her.
guy.
Fruit pie with heavy whipped cream. And she rolled a fucking 3. What is up? That's 3 threes in a row for me.
Yike.
That's good for us, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm just covered in omelet. Can't get much worse.
She tumbles, like her foot catches on a bench nearby, and she falls, and the pie just hits the table, kind of spattering herself with this cream pie, not hitting her target. And then you see... Steve, you would be the closest. You see one of the Jerrys turning behind him,
Jerry's.
saying, "Oh, Jerry, do you think this is a good idea? Jerry? Jerry? Who took my brother?"
Where's the other Jerry?
And Jerry is going to run around this table trying to find his brother. Unfortunately, well, I'll give him a nice little perception roll or investigate. With a very low intelligence, he fails to
I guess
find
we know which Jerry.
his brother.
So which Jerry is missing now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilmer, it is your turn.
So all of the I want to say catering, but all of the buffet style tables are in the middle of the room, correct?
Yes, there are 3 long, not L-shaped, they're kind of like U-shaped, but they intertwine together, so they sort of create like a little maze in the center of this cafeteria. They are lined with a tablecloth, as I said before, that doesn't quite reach the floor, and there's like the crepe station is there, the omelet station is there, a fried meat station. All those things would be there.
Like chef attendants, are they still there or have they just kind of buggered off?
Yeah, you see the chef attendants at each station, sort of like at a camp, like a summer camp, when you just know that there's no way you're going to get control of the children, and are like cowering in place at their stations.
All right. Can I run and get to the middle? I want to run up to the tables and then do a super cool slide underneath the tables and then like pop up in the middle.
Yes. Give me an athletics check to dive under these tables.
Or do we want to do acrobatics? Because I feel like this is a pretty acrobatic.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you
slide.
acrobatics for sure.
Thank you. 9. So
you start to run and do manage to slide under the table. And just as you're making your way out on the other side, you take your head up a bit too early and do a slight knock on the wood underneath. But you do make it all the way to the center of the room here.
Okay. Lauren's gonna stand up. He's gonna be like, I got you. I will protect you and the food. And I'm gonna just kind of look around and I'm gonna hold my action for if anyone like comes within, and I'm gonna grab a croissant and I'm gonna try to throw it at them if anyone comes into the food area.
Nice. Okay. So you're grabbing a croissant now, like it's ready in your hand, or you want to wait until? Okay, great. Yeah, you can totally hold your action to defend the 3 chefs that are nearby.
Defend the food.
Further on in the cafeteria, you see a fight break out between a barbarian that's wearing intense armor, which normally you wouldn't be wearing until you actually get to the training center, and someone that's wearing like a long green cape that has like a bow and quiver attached to the back of their back. Yeah, that's what I said. As they each have in their hand like a full breakfast plate of buttered toast and little jam packets, and they just start launching the jam packets at each other, both of them hitting and dealing 2 damage each with these plastic jam containers. And you hear one of them say, "You butter, back off!"
God damn it. No.
Here we go.
No offense, Char, but this episode sucks. I'm so hungry now.
I haven't eaten dinner. I made a mistake. Yeah.
No.
I did, but now I want breakfast food.
I'm sorry. Breakfast for dinner after this. You can have second dinner. It's like we're all hobbits.
It's gonna happen. You better believe it.
Mila, it is your turn, and you know what happened to Steve.
Okay, I know what happened to Steve. And did I see her hide under the table?
You can make another investigation check because she's not where she was before.
Okay. Investigation. Was it investigation or perception that we did before? Or do you want
I believe it was perception.
But
before.
now you're searching.
Yeah.
That was a 4?
Oh.
That's so sad. I can see your nat 20 on the roll 20, but the disadvantage. You know, I will give you this, that you do know the general area that she was in, and she did look hurt, so she couldn't have gotten far. But you don't know exactly where she is right now.
Okay, I am going to run the full 25 feet towards her general area.
Yep.
And then, if Roll20 would work with me.
Isn't that always the way?
This is the way.
Yup.
This is the way.
And then I'm gonna put Clover on the floor, and they're gonna go search for Steve.
Okay, great.
while I grab yes.
I would just like to say that it sounds like Mila is coming into the food area.
Yes, this is in fact
Oh,
true, and you are able to take your held action, Wilmer.
Go ahead.
Wilmer's gonna turn to Mila and be like, "Are you gonna take the food?
No.
You better not. I got a croissant. I'm armed and ready."
Can I grab a spatula?
Yes, in fact, you are nearby the omelet station, which has oops, I hit my mic. Which has whisks, metal spatulas, plastic spatulas. What do you want?
I'll just grab a plastic one and
Like, please take a metal one. That'd be so funny.
I'll take a metal one and I'll take a plastic one, but I'll use the plastic one to threaten Wilmer, and I'll go. We're on the same team.
I'll let you pass this once. Keep your hand off the croissants.
Okay. I grab an omelet and I throw it towards the surfer guy. Chad.
All right, give me a improvised weapon attack. Are you using the spatula?
I was just using
my gosh.
it for
Oh, just
That
to
was
threaten? Okay, yeah.
threaten it for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
23. Sorry, that was disadvantage. 23 or 7? 7.
That was the first one was the
yeah.
seven.
First one,
Yeah. You
Yeah.
crit fail. Again.
I can't because I have lucky. So I.
Oh, yes. So roll again.
Yeah. That was an 8.
Okay, an 8. This omelet filled with it's like a, what do they call them? The ones that have like the cheddar and ham in them. Never mind. I wanted to get
delicious.
specific.
That's what they call them.
Yeah, delicious. There's a name for it. But anyways, it goes flying through the air towards Ecroft and hits at his feet, splattering his shins. And he goes, "Whoa, you could totally throw an egg. I mean, an omelet." But you kind of can't really hear him because he's pretty far away from you. It's at this point, Mila, though, that you do see coming up behind Ecroft, familiar face, the furball that you had seen earlier.
Oh no.
And Rubnuck stands on a chair as he says, "Let's make this more interesting." And suddenly you notice a towering whirlpool of orange juice flow from the banquet hall's table, swirling in place. It's 10 feet wide and 15 feet high, and you can barely see through its luscious orange color. And it's right where Wilmer and Mila decided to stand.
Wow. Wow, and this is the fur blog, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna regret. They're gonna rue this day.
And they look very pleased with themselves as they see their creation. Wilmer, you're standing right there. Do you want to do an Arcana check?
Yeah, why not? It is a 19.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you definitely think that they have summoned some sort of not water elemental, but juice elemental.
I love it.
And before we finish up, I think I forgot Clove. What Clove wanted to go and try and find Steve. Is that right?
Yes, sorry, I forgot that too.
That's okay. Go for it.
Do you want me to roll anything for?
Yeah, you can have Clove roll an investigation as you point him in a direction that you think Steve might be in.
That's intelligence, right? Yes. That was a 2, so...
Oh, god damn it.
Gosh, damn, you guys are rolling so bad. We're all rolling bad. It's just, it's perfect for the food fight, man. Things are slippery. Your hands are sticky.
It's fun. We love it.
Disgusting.
Clove is running through the now starting to get a bit layered of food on the floor, dodging what he can flying from the sky, but that prohibits him from really being able to see where Steve might be. But we'll say that Clove is over there now. So Clove is like near the banquet table still, towards the center of the room.
Okay.
So, Rubnuck, they have just made this orange juice elemental in the center of the room, and this catches the eye of someone that you have yet to meet. But a wizard stands up wearing silver robes detailed with purple ribbon on the trims, got gorgeous, like Elvis-style coiffed hair. And he says, oh, this is from Zach S. on Indiegogo. Thank you so much, Zach, if you're watching or if you're listening.
Yeah, Zach.
This is Glorious, who says, 2 can play at that game. And you see Glorious point his wand at a bowl of fresh, bright red strawberries, which immediately begin to grow in size and sprout fangs, springing forth from the table in a puff of powdered sugar. There are 3 groups of these mini strawberries, which I will scatter on the playing field now.
I love all these like
many
absolutely
NPCs you
like
have
meme.
tonight?
I love all of these absolute meme characters.
Yeah.
Indiegogo. Like they're all so spectacular.
Yes.
Oh, good.
All right, so there are
Barry.
3 groups of these strawberries, which all seem to be centered around the banquet hall themselves. Wilmer and Mila have gotten themselves into a little bit of a pickle.
I just wanted to save the food. And now the food is attacking.
Do you say anything, Mila, about that?
About
Steve? Nobody knows what happened to her except for you.
Did you just say the pickle? About the pickle?
Where's the what? I like pickles.
Steve's in the pickle.
In a pickle.
Yes. That is a Shakespearean term. Means that
How
Steve's
can
in
you
trouble.
fit in a Oh, that makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
And with that, we're back at the top of the initiative with Ecroft saying, yo, guys, the food's coming to life. This is so wild. And he's going to try and cast a spell on these pack of strawberries across from them. And fucking hell, I rolled a 6. Okay, yeah, the spell whizzes by. You see a jet of ice flow through the air, hit the back wall, and shatter on the wood paneling there. And that means that Borba, it is your turn.
All right, cool. Borba's gonna turn to the very attractive mermaid lady and be like, "Oh man, this is pretty weird, huh? Like, what are they doing? Right? Just like trying to hide that she's sweating, like crazy times, am I right?"
Didn't you just hit that guy with the sausages?
Yeah, but like he started it, right? So like, why did he do that? It's so weird. Like he's trying to start a food fight. Like,
Well,
dude.
I think he succeeded.
Like
Maybe
yeah,
we should finish it. And she looks at you and gives you a wink.
like okay. sausages.
Borba, why are you red?
Are you looking at me? Where are you? I rolled a 19.
Right.
I'm just like, as I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll finish it. I'm just like, I hit him. Like,
You definitely succeed. Your proficiency in unarmed attacks doing well for you here.
yeah.
Dealing 8 points of bludgeoning damage with this sausage. I'm going to make him do a strength saving throw because you are huge and he is not that big, to see if he can remain standing. Okay, I got a 12, so he's still up, but he looks shaken.
Like, I'm just like, I look over to see if she's impressed by me hitting him in the face with a bunch of sausages. Like, yes.
There he is.
I don't know.
You give me a perception check.
Oh boy. Okay. An 8.
It's really hard to get a read on her. You're not quite sure, but she is looking at you.
So the usual. Okay, gotcha.
All right. Paya jumps the initiative and grabs what you can see is a fork off the table, grabs a piece of raspberry and flings it like a slingshot, sort of like pulling the fork back to get a real launch, or catapult I should say, across the room to that fighter that was all like, blue team, yeah. She hits with a 15 and she deals 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this raspberry hits him at the back of the throat as his mouth was still open.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Does he throw up?
Let's give him a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
17. He does manage to hold his gag reflex back as he picks up a bunch of fruit salad by his feet and starts chucking it over, like shaking the bowl at his teammate who's still sitting at the table underneath him. Does hit with a 19, dealing 2 points of damage to them as they go, guys, we're on the same team. And that brings us to Steve.
So here's the thing. This is all disgusting. There's like food on the floor, which she cannot handle. So she's just going to get out from underneath the table and like climb onto the table. So she's not standing or kneeling in food anymore.
Yep.
And just like grab a spatula ready to whack someone if they come near her.
Okay. Do you want to drink a health potion?
Hey, yeah, that might be a good idea.
You do have a million of them.
Oh, Jay, yeah, I do. I have like 3, I think. 3 or 4. I gotta double check that. Yeah. What is the rules with that? I have to roll.
So I think I gave you a greater healing. So
yeah.
4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
So
All right.
10 plus 4, 14 health.
Nice. That's almost all the damage you took, because you took 20 last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you can, because of your belt, take that potion as a bonus action, which means that you are standing on the table. You've grabbed a spatula. Sorry, wait, you wanted to get on the table?
Yeah, I'm like standing on the table, so I'm not stepping in food anymore, because that's freaking gross.
Okay.
And like I'll like kick things off the table so there's no food under. Like I don't want to step in the food. It's the main thing here is to protect my shoes.
All right.
Standing on the table, spatula at the ready.
Nice. Which means it's my strawberries' turn. And the first group is going to surround Ecroft.
Oh God.
And they're each going to attempt to bite him. They're each going to attempt to bite them.
He probably thinks this is like a drug trip gone awry.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God. Holy fuck. I don't understand. A 4, a 3, and a 6. Even
We
with
all
my
have those
pluses, let me see. What are my berries? I'm using a new DM screen that my love Kelly made me, which makes things a lot easier. +5 to hit. Okay, so one of these hits, just one, which deals 5 poison damage
They're poisonous strawberries?
to Ikra.
Oh my goodness.
Dun dun dun. Sorry, say again.
The more you know.
Another pack of strawberries is going to take their move action and attempt to bite a bard on the side of the cafeteria. Both of which do hit, dealing 6 points of piercing damage, but he succeeded his save and is not poisoned. And my final strawberry pack is kind of close to where Borba is, but I don't know if they
God.
can hit you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are too far away to be able to attack Borba, which means that they launch themselves at this elven woman sitting at the table next to you. And both of them fail as they leap forward. These giant strawberries try to bite her, but she manages to duck out of the way and scurry herself under the table.
Cool.
Oh, snap.
Good for her.
Yeah, success. Ren is here still, and she's gonna, let's see, she notices these strawberries and is going to attack one of them with her longsword. Hitting! Wow! Crit hitting!
Yeah.
Dealing 25 points
Ooh.
I
of
miss having
damage.
Ren on our team.
And
I
she's,
miss her too.
she says, "I'm allergic to strawberries. Get out of here!" And goes all the way through one of them, slicing it in half, and the one giant strawberry is no more.
Cool. Yay.
Um,
F those strawberries.
which brings us to Jerry, who's continuing to look for the other Jerry, his orc brother, half-orc brother, with a fucking 5 intelligence roll, still failing to find his poor beloved Jerry, although you don't hear any answers to his calls. It may be too loud for other Jerry to hear, or perhaps somebody is missing. Who knows? And he's going to continue running to the next table to start asking everybody there, have you seen Jerry, my brother? I can't find him. Wilmer, it is your turn.
Okay. We're gonna huck this croissant at Rugnuk to try and because I'm assuming this hurricane of juice is some kind of concentration thing.
Ooh. This is an excellent thing to put 2 and 2 together on.
He did that Arcana check, so he just sensed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right? So it's a 14 to hit.
All
Does it
right.
hit?
What are you launching?
The croissant.
Oh, yes, right. Sorry. And unfortunately, he is far. Oh, sorry. Unfortunately, Rubnuk, they are farther away than 30 feet, which means you would have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Let's just hope it's better than 14.
Hey! An 18. All right. Yeah.
So 14 with disadvantage.
Yeah, 14 does hit Rubnuk. They are hit with this greasy croissant right in the chest. And they look down at it, and it's like made a stain on part of their robe. And they
It's the butter.
look through the crowd,
Wilmer.
trying to see who threw this croissant at them, and they don't see.
Can he hide? Okay, if he doesn't see me, that's fine. If not, he's gonna try to hide under the table.
Hiding would be an action, my friend,
so
and
true.
you have used your action. But they do take 7 bludgeoning damage from this croissant, and they have to roll concentration. And they succeed this time
Dang it.
around. So our orange
That
juice
croissant
elemental is still there. What were you going to say? Sorry?
I was like, my croissant was not distracting enough. The buttery, flaky crust.
Dang it! And that means it is, in fact, you notice Wilmer staring up at this massive orange juice swirling towards you. It is going to take its move action, as both you and Mila are right next to each other, and it has a 10-foot wide radius. You both get sucked into this elemental. And let me see if you can make a saving throw. Yes, you have to make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
No.
Anything but
great.
strength.
I crit out first,
Wow.
but I do lucky, so 15.
Oh, good.
Okay, well you're lucky. I rolled an unnatural one.
Oh,
'Cause I am
Oh.
-1 strong.
I'm so sorry. Mila, you
I-
do manage to pull yourself out of this whirlpool of orange juice, but Wilmer, you are stuck inside and you are going to you're going to be restrained and unable to breathe unless you can breathe underwater. Can you breathe underwater? All right, and you're going to take 2d8 damage here.
Oh my god. We could
Which
drown
is-
in the orange juice, guys.
10 points of
horrifying.
damage here from this orange juice as you begin to take bludgeoning damage of it just overwhelming you with its juiciness, vitamin C.
Not the way I thought I'd start my morning.
A fighter on the corner of the room is going to rush towards these 2 giant strawberries and do a multi-attack on them. Nat 20! Fuck! Awesome. All right. 1 strawberry bites the dust, rushing to the second. I roll a 4, and unfortunately, the sword slices just too far to the left next to this strawberry as its fangs open wider, giving a very delicious grin. And it is, in fact, the strawberry's turn as it's going to retaliate and try and bite this guy in front of him. With a 16 is just enough to hit, dealing 6 piercing damage, but he succeeds his saving throw for poison. Mila, it is your turn. Mila?
Hello?
Oh, there we go. I couldn't hear you. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I am going to do hideous laughter at Rubnuck.
Yep. You
Yes, Rubnuck.
I just want do an intelligence check for me.
Oh, okay. Just normal.
Yeah. No disadvantage or anything. Okay.
13.
You know that your friend is drowning in front of you.
I wanted to distract him. Okay.
Oh, I see what your plan is. Okay, that's Shar failing an intelligence save. You can try and make him roll concentration. My bad.
I
Make
think
them
we're
roll
gonna
concentration.
Be right back, folks.
Oh no.
And we are back. Mila, what have you decided?
So I am going to try to distract Rubnuck with the hideous laughter,
Nice.
then hopefully he drops his concentration. So you'll have to do a DC 17 wisdom.
Alrighty. They will do their DC 17.
wisdom.
16. What is Rubnuk's plus?
That's probably higher because they're
a
magic user.
spellcaster.
Yeah.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, they get an 18.
Shit.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to move closer to Steve, and Clove is going to run to Rubnuk and slap him silly.
All right, Clove runs over to Rubnuk.
Slap. That was a 17.
Fuck yeah, that hits.
And
They
that's a
are slapped. Wow, 6 bludgeoning damage. That's a heavy duty amount, which means that they have to do a concentration saving throw.
Yay!
And they rolled a 6, which means they fail.
Yay!
The world is better once more. Wilmer, you fall to the floor prone as you are relinquished from this orange juice, which dissipates as quickly as it came, but you do feel that sense of like vitamin C hanging in the air, that nice zesty smell.
Cool.
With Cloves fucking saving the day. Nice one,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clove.
Love that
body.
severed hand.
Which means it's my strawberries' turn. Up here, they are going to bite Ecroft. Both of them failing once more. And they are going to turn invisible. They flash out of appearance.
Excuse me?
They're fucking magical strawberries. Behind the scenes, I may have used the imp monstrosity and changed it.
Love that.
Cool.
And but you guys have to pretend that you don't know that.
I don't know it anyways, so I think
I
we're
haven't
good.
read the
Only
Monsters
normal
Guide.
strawberries.
I haven't read the Monsters Manual, so
Good. And my other group of strawberries here are now able to reach Borba. Borba does a 21 hit.
Yep, sure does.
Does a 13 hit.
That is my armor class. So yes, I
yes.
guess. Yeah.
All right, so you are going to need to do a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
twice. You want to
Oh,
hit a 12 or higher.
Okay, one's a 16,
Yeah, buddy.
and the other one's an 8. So one of them does.
Okay,
affect me.
so you are now poisoned, and you take
God damn it.
4, 5, 6, 7 piercing damage in total.
Okay.
So this
So
means
I will
that
have disadvantage on all of my rolls, ? Until I am not poisoned?
technically not saving throws, unless the saving throw still counts as an ability check. Because it should be just attack rolls and ability checks.
Saving throws, I guess not. Yeah, attack rolls and ability checks. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, how many? 7 piercing damage?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And Glorious is going to turn around and see the orange juice elemental be disappeared. Turn to Rubnuk and say, I guess we know who the better spellcaster is. And you see him raise his hands towards the table before him, and out forth of it rises 2 large. Sorry, I'm speaking slow because I'm trying to move things. Maybe I should move them first. Out forth rises 2 incredibly large cinnamon roll golems. They are a glorious stack of fluffy cinnamon buns, topped and held together with thick, hot icing. And he says, Yeah, I know I'm hot. I don't know. He's weird. And that brings us to the top of the round. And at this point, we hear the loudspeaker come on, and you hear the typical attention, attention, competitors. This was not how we wanted to spend your training day. Unfortunately, so much magic has been cast in the cafeteria, we had to lock the doors. And you hear the door, the only door, the two double doors to the entrance of the cafeteria, sliding metal bars across them.
Contain the madness.
Please put on a good show. We're watching on camera. And it fizzles out, and you are left to fight two cinnamon bun golems? ? I don't really know how to describe them. Monstrosities. And there are still there are still 3 strawberries that you can see, as well as 2 that are invisible.
Okay. And it's the top of the initiative order?
It is.
Okay.
And that means it's Ecroft who is going to literally cower. Diving to this nearest table of his, near him, he manages to skitter underneath the table, and he's going to take the hide action with... Fuck, everybody can see him, even with all of the food. And I will say that with the amount of rounds, time that has passed of food being flying through the air, because there's like 100 people in here, there's now like a thick layer of food on the floor, which means that you will be dealing with difficult terrain. So you have halved movement speed.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Barba!
Okay, well, I'm gonna pay my attention to the strawberry that just bit me. Yeah, but I'm also keeping in mind what Paya said to the other person when she was like, control your temper. So I'm like, don't rage out, don't rage out, don't rage out. She thinks rage is weird. So I just hit the thing in the head with my I guess my sausages are still in my hands. So that it's been so far so good. So I guess I'll do disadvantage because I am poisoned.
Yes.
And I will do unarmed strike. 11, so not so great, but
just under what you're aiming for here.
Right. Okay.
The sausages whiff over top of the strawberry, which is pretty huge. It's like 2 feet tall. But you are much larger than that, and your aim felt amiss as you were a bit frazzled by this dazzling mer creature next to you.
Say that the strawberries were 2 feet tall.
They're giant.
Yeah, they're giant strawberries.
They're the size of you.
Yep, Mila, get ready for some strawberries.
Oh my goodness.
While that happens, I believe usually Floof tries to keep tabs on Borba pretty readily. So as soon as that strawberry happened to notice, like as soon as that strawberry bit Borba, Floof noticed it right away and bounds over. Can Floof jump onto the table and then do that instead of and try to like bypass the rough terrain? Or is that not a thing? Maybe like do an acrobatics check to see if they make it?
Sure, yeah. Are you trying to do your pounce ability?
Yeah, they're trying to get over to them to do the pounce ability.
Okay, yeah. I think that's fine.
Okay. So
They're only, what is Floof's movement?
Floof's movement is 40 feet.
So he can already make it.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Yeah,
he can skitter along.
Even if it's halved, it's like still within 20.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Floof goes over there and is gonna do the pounce ability, which means if Floof or Borba moves at least 20 feet straight towards a creature, then hits it with its claw attack in the same turn, that target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, Floof can make one bite attack against it as a bonus action.
Nice.
So, I will do claw attack in the same move because that is what it's saying to do.
If it's prone, right?
Oh, no, yeah. No, it's saying... Sorry, I'm trying to read it. I'll put it in...
You jump and claw. Yeah. And then it does the saving
That's what it
throw.
says. Yeah.
Okay.
So I will do Vicious Claws, and then you have to do a DC 12.
Great.
I guess. Yeah. Vicious Claws was a 16.
16 hits this strawberry, baby. Dealing
Yay, 4 slashing.
4 points of slashing damage, and I critically fail my strength saving throw. So this bad boy is prone, which means Floof can do their bonus bite attack.
Woohoo! Get it.
That Floof. Look at our companions.
Yeah.
19.
Woo! Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
And it's 4 piercing damage, half of which could heal Floof, but Floof hasn't taken any damage, so it doesn't matter.
Beautiful Floof. You cannot be harmed. Nice. All right. So we have one of these strawberries has taken a good chunk of it is missing now as Floof like licks his lips. I don't know if that's a good thing because they are poisonous. But I didn't write that on my sheet, so they're fine.
I feel like they have to choose to let out the poison.
It's the difference between like poisonous and venomous.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the way I've been describing it, it has been the fangs themselves that are dealing the damage. So I think Floof is okay.
Yeah.
Which means it's Paya's turn. And she is going to do a little spin to get next to these berries and closer to you, Borba. Spin in the fucking feet full of food on the floor. Still manages to somehow look graceful. And she is going to take out her flute, her pan flute, and do some vicious mockery against this strawberry that has already taken damage.
What did she say?
She says, "You're a fruit salad." Oh, that's not you. That's Mila. Wow. She says, "You're a fruit salad, but you're just so limp. I wouldn't eat you if you were the last thing on this fucking floor." And
oh my gosh. Savage.
And they have to make a
harsh.
save, which the strawberry, everyone can see the strawberry firm up as it rolls a nat 20 against against her. Oh boy.
Paya.
Which means, Steve, it is your turn.
What's up? So here's the thing. This is still really gross. I'm not leaving this table. Can I move and then hold an action, or do I just have to stay here?
No, you can move. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to this center area, and then I'm just holding an action. If anyone comes near me, I am smacking them with my spatula.
All righty. Sounds good. Which means it is Ren's turn. She is going to rush up to this cinnamon roll and take out her sword and say something badass that I can't think of. She's going to say, "I could go for a chunk of cinnamon bun." And she's going to slash it.
The most badass thing I have ever heard in my life.
And she, oh man, it's got to be because of my lackluster punchline. She rolls a 9, which is not enough. Oh wait, she gets a +3, so a 12, which is still not enough. This cinnamon bun is completely unscathed, unharmed from her. And Jerry is no longer anywhere to be seen. Because completely
concerned about
gone
Yeah.
Yeah.
off of the map. But
Like,
Wilmer, can you roll a perception check for me?
Yes, I can. Perception. That's a 6.
My man. Never mind. But someone in the initiative order is going to take their turn and do some punches. Nat 20! You can
man.
everybody can do a perception check now.
Okay.
Food is
Alright,
no
I guess-
longer being heavily thrown, so you do not need disadvantage.
Except
Oh.
if you're poisoned.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
13.
That's a 5.
Mila, what did you get?
14.
14. And Wilmer, you can roll again.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Or did you already roll again?
No. That
Okay,
was the
okay.
first roll.
I'm just
13.
given the nat 20. It deserves some sort of
Yeah.
attention. You all, besides Borba, see a half elf with half elf woman with red curly hair. She's wearing a silver like jumpsuit almost that seems to be made out of cloth, and she is quickly attacking this cinnamon bun monster. And Wilmer, you notice it's Seaphora.
Wow.
Yay.
She's
Oh,
finally
never mind.
made an appearance when you're in the room.
Finally in the same room together 11 episodes in.
And she deals 17 points of damage to
Whoa.
this cinnamon bun.
Yeah, she's jacked. I told you guys.
Yeah, everybody can see Seaphora
Whoa.
is like cartwheeling through the air before she arrives, her hands placed in front of her expertly in some sort of martial arts position, and hitting quickly with hitting various pressure points on what is literally a bunch of cinnamon rolls. Somehow she knows where to hit them where it hurts. Dealing like with such precision, exciting amounts of damage. Yeah, 17 points of damage to one of my cinnamon bun man.
A lot of damage.
And it still
Yeah.
stands?
It still stands.
Oh
Ow.
my.
Yike.
Big yikes.
And that means it's Wilmer. Wow, that was lucky. It's your turn.
Yeah. Oh, I am so torn. Oh. Do I go and attack the person that just tried to drown me? Or do I go and fight alongside my sister? She's fine. I'm gonna go beat this guy up. How far away is person? How far away is Rugnuk?
They are, where are you? Okay, they are nearby Clove right now on our screen. Over here. So they're pretty far from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45 feet away from you.
45 feet away. All right, we're gonna do some shenangling. So
Some what?
first up, I'm gonna shenangle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to just figure this
shenangle.
out. And then it's just them there, right? The other wizard is somewhere else.
Yeah, Glorious, which makes me laugh to say, is on the other side of the room.
Okay. I will. Actually, no, they're just in range of. Oh, but do I want to be the dick that doesn't use food? Is the question. Yeah, they're using killer cinnamon buns.
They tried to drown you.
Yeah, I think all form of niceties have been dropped. So I'm gonna magic missile them.
Fuck yeah.
Level 1. So we're gonna throw
Roll for
3 magic
damage.
darts at them, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15 force damage.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Boom. And we're going to do a d20 for wild magic, and I'm fine.
Woo! All right. Sorry, can you say again how much damage that was?
15.
15. Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I'm standing up now, so theoretically I can move if I wanted to, but I'm like up.
Yeah, great.
Ready.
All right, up and ready. Rubnuck is now looking bloodied because Clove also did a significant amount of damage to them.
Good. They're a bully.
And immediately, Steve, you were holding your action, correct?
Yeah, correct.
A giant strawberry appears in front of you on the table.
Yeah, I whack it.
All right, roll to hit.
What am I doing for that?
You are doing a improvised weapon because you're holding your spatula, right?
Yeah, would it be dart or sling?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
for
it's a
throwing.
D4 anyway.
Yeah,
right?
it's a
Is the
D4
the
damage.
same?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I was just giving those options in case people were proficient in one of them.
Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit my strawberries. I'm very sorry.
I'll just leave.
Have you used your bonus action this turn?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, 'cause
so
I just moved and then I held.
right. You didn't use your full movement though.
No, I did use my full movement.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was gonna say, you could still try to hide as a bonus action in front of the strawberry.
I mean, like, sure. Let's see what I'm gonna hide behind, but sure.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check.
15.
Yeah. You somehow managed to kick off all the food from this table, but there is a large serving pot that has already been emptied, and you can just sneak on in there. Somehow the strawberry does not. Well, let me do a perception check, but. Yeah, that strawberry has no idea where you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Having used the strawberry's movement and bonus action to appear, the only thing it can do is bite, but it doesn't have anybody within range, so it's gonna do nothing. And that means Mila, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to Steve, and I am going to do lesser restoration.
All
on her.
right.
So what it means is that I touch a creature, and I can end either one of the diseases or conditions that is affecting them. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So your poison is no more.
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
Yay! How do you
Turn to
do
war-
this with your how do you cast the spell?
I touch her and I go, your poison is no more. And you can hear angels saying, no, I'm kidding. And then I am going to turn to Rubnuck. Did we discuss this? Is Otto's dance bonus action?
I think it would be
Or-
worded. I think it's you can cast it as a bonus action, but you can't cast 2 spells in one turn, even if it's a
Gotcha.
bonus action,
Okay.
unless you
Well,
have an
then-
ability that lets you do it.
I don't think so. Well, then I am going to use Bardic Inspiration to inspire Wilmer.
Yeah.
And it's just me singing a really high note. That's it.
Cool.
Then as Clove, I'm just like, ah! And then as Clove, where is Borba and all this? Okay, she's too far away. I am going to give Rubnuck the finger.
Hell yeah! Roll the hit.
And that's an 11.
An 11, unfortunately, just misses this squishy boy.
Heck.
This squishy,
Okay.
squishy person.
Squishy person.
Yeah, their AC is, now you can pinpoint that it is in fact a 12. Because that hit before, but not an 11, unfortunately. And that is the end of their turn. Did Clove want to run anywhere?
No, I'm gonna let Clove stay there, because if Rubnuck decides to attack or something, I can just retaliate.
Okay, great. Which means it is my other strawberry's turn. And, oh man, there's no enemies by it. It's going to rush over difficult terrain. Damn it. My enemies are dealing with my own things that I've put forth. And it's going to dash next to Seaphora, but it's not going to be able to take an action to hit her or to bite her, which means it's my cinnamon golem's turn. Fuck yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Oh, heck.
These monstrosity cinnamon rolls. One of them is right next to Seaphora, having taken some significant damage from her. It is going to use its breath weapon, and it shoots out scalding hot icing in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, which she will do now. And she rolled a 5 on the die, which means she fails. Taking 3d8. Holy shit.
Oof.
13. She takes 13 plus 2 fire damage or burning damage. All right. She's still standing. She's a monk, you know. You know how monks
built
do.
a tough stuff.
Yeah. But Wilmer, you do notice her take some significant damage as she is covered now in white, sticky, hot goo. Which that will be clipped now. Hi, Twitch.
Yeah.
Getting us like shadow banned.
We don't want to get shadow banned.
It's icing, guys.
It's
Come
icing.
on. Get your minds out of the gutter.
And my other cinnamon roll golem is going to make its way to it's kind of crowded in here. It's gonna start heading over 20. It cannot reach you, Mila, or it can reach you, but it cannot attack you. But you now have a 12-foot tall cinnamon bun, or stack of cinnamon buns that kind of looks humanoid in front of you. So it's 4 times your size, 5 times your size. Wow.
Exciting.
Borba, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna turn to Paya and be like, "Hey, be careful! I think these things are poison. I don't feel very good after that thing bit me." And then I just punch it in the face again.
Do you want to use your weapon?
Or yeah, you're right. I have my.
You
my
all
staff.
have your abilities. This started off as a normal fun food fight, but now there are legit monsters.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I'm just I don't feel very good. I just take out my great axe and I'm just overhand with that. But I still got a disadvantage, so who knows? This could go very poorly. 14.
14 for my giant strawberries hits.
Yay, that's a 15 for damage.
Hell yeah, you're hitting the one that was already injured?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is dead.
Yay, I cleave it in half.
Yeah, you do.
That's dinner.
And I look at it, I'm I wouldn't go near any of the goo on the floor from that. But I don't know if the poison is in there. That's
Ew.
just let's just kill the other one. And then Floof is gonna go ahead and Vicious Claws the one that is right beside us, the one that's not dead yet.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
Roll to
that's-
attack.
Go ahead and do that. That's a 3. That does not hit.
No. Floof tries. Yeah, go ahead and describe it.
I feel like Floof is disgusted by the strawberry goo that is on the ground. Doesn't like the feeling of it under his little toe beans and tries to jump over them and also claw at the same time, and it doesn't work, so he misses.
Oh, poor Floof, but
He's just like,
you've won my heart. Which means it is Paya's turn, and she is going to rush forward, notice Floof, and say, well, you do have some vicious claws on there. Next time, I'm sure you'll hit. And she's going to take out a dagger and say, I do have some vicious claws of my own. And she's going to attempt to stab.
Borba's just trying to
That's
hold
cool.
it, like, oh my god.
She gets along with my cat.
In her head, it's the Squidward meme. Oh my god, she's hot!
Feeling the warmth of Floof and Borba by her side, Paya gets a nat 20!
Yes, she does.
Dealing
in
8.
my heart.
8 points of damage to this strawberry, which means that it is looking bloodied, or it's looking jammed?
Juicy.
Jam?
It's
You
juicy.
jammy?
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's some jellies in its jam.
And that means it is Steve, your turn.
Julio, I would like to run around the table to right by that cinnamon whatever golem.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hit it with my Ring of the Ram.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you have to move if you don't want to,
20.
because it has range on that thing. Hell yeah, that hits.
And actually, is Mila within
5 feet?
within that range?
Yes.
So I should have gotten my
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack as
Sneak
well.
attack.
So I did 13 damage.
Nice. All right. Do you want to describe what happens with your ring?
It looks like I punch and then it flies back.
Steve, you.
I can do a better job of that.
Much
I-
description.
It looks like
Very
a
wow.
and it flies back 5 feet.
I imagine it's like the
my
Green
God.
Lantern ring. That you can just like punch and then there's like a light
Yeah.
that comes out.
Yeah. What
I don't know.
color spirit comes out of your ring when you do use it? Does it match your hair? Does it match your robe?
Yeah, it matches my hair. It's a light blue.
Nice. Bright blue, ethereal ram figurehead bursts forth of your ring with the power of your punch, knocking back this cinnamon bun golem. Cinnabon, I think, is a brand name. My bad. Cinnamon bun golem. And yeah, deals a chunk of significant damage as well, thanks to your sneak attack.
Woo.
Did you have a bonus section?
Yeah, I'm hiding.
Great. Roll stealth.
9.
There are no pots to hide under, but you do make yourself smaller. Who knows if you are hidden or not?
Awesome.
And that means it is Ren's turn, who is going to rush towards the golem by Seaphora, just making it. And she is going to slash once more. And she's given up on saying funny things. And gets a nat 1.
Oh.
I can't win if I try to say something and it's bad.
Yeah.
She fails. If I don't say anything, it's a nat 1. So I gotta find the right ratio. And it is Seaphora's turn. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said sweetheart.
Oh, yeah. It is Seaphora's turn now, and she is going to make a multi-attack on this cinnamon bun. Hitting the first time, crit failing the second time, and she's going to spend a key point and flurry of blows to be able to attack again which also misses. Fuck me. But she hit once, which deals 10 points of bludgeoning damage
Nice.
to my beefy cinnamon bun. This cinnamon bun finally looks like it's had literal chunks like smushed in its body due to the pressure points that Seaphora is hitting. And it has sustained quite a bit of damage. It would look bloodied if we were using that terminology. Wilmer, it's your turn.
I'm going to missile that bully again.
Die, Rubnuck!
Die, Rubnuck! You are very
deserve it.
mean, and
They
your
deserve
creatures are
it.
beating up my sister.
Huh.
All right. Slightly less deadly this time, I would say. That is a total of 8 points of force damage for them.
Right. They.
And I don't.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know if they are like if these creatures are concentration or if they're just conjured.
Yes. The Cinnabuns are conjured, but the strawberries. Oh, but they're made by Glorious. The strawberries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that
No.
wouldn't matter. But they do take the 8 points of damage, and right in front of Clove, Rubnuck drops prone, unconscious.
Good.
Oh.
Whew. Killing machine.
Killing machine.
Wilmer, did you want to move or anything?
Not really.
All right.
Standing,
he doesn't have
standing
any
over your
cool-
unconscious body that you've just created.
Oh no, I'm like it's a range attack, so I'm still
Oh,
in the
yeah.
middle of this cafeteria, just kind of like stop.
Starting from a distance.
Starting from a distance. Still
Ooh.
coated in orange juice.
All
And a little egg.
Alrighty. So is that the end of your turn, Wilmer? Anything else you want to do?
Yes.
Just kidding, because you're going to be attacked by a strawberry.
Gosh darn it.
This massive
Well.
strawberry appears before you and clamps down, does a 16 hit.
Well, you know what? Sorry, just give me one sec here. 16. I'm gonna try to shield this,
Yeah,
which
buddy.
means I am going to shield it, right? It just happened.
Yes. Well, your
Yeah.
AC gets to +5, but then it would be
Yeah. So that would
fine.
be a. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at math? 12
I'm
plus 5
sure,
is 17.
So it does not hit. Just by
So-
1. Wow. Good use
Yeah.
of shield.
Thank you.
No poison for Wilmer.
No poison for Wilmer. And then I'm gonna roll another d20 and I pass again.
Fuck
guys.
yeah.
My chaos number is getting real high.
What is it at now? 4?
It's at 7.
Ah!
Ooh.
I want it to happen.
Right?
All right. And our remaining strawberry over here is going to attack Paya.
Oh.
It's going to do a jump and bite.
No.
And a 10 misses.
Thank God.
So Paya manages to duck and weave, and her arm like brushes your shoulder, Borba. She ducks behind you away from this massive strawberry.
Fine. That's fine.
Which means it is now Mila.
Yay! I am going to. Where are you, Borba? Oh, she's over there. Okay.
I'm very far from you.
You're so far away, and I have tiny legs. I'm sorry. The closer strawberry that's next to me, I am going to attack it with my dagger.
Nice. All right. You rush towards the strawberry. Roll to hit.
That's a 13 hit.
13 is its AC. So yes.
Nice.
Noise.
Yeah. That is 5 piercing damage.
Nice. All right.
You're a very, very bad strawberry, I tell it.
I love it. All right. It takes 5 of your piercing damage. Looking juicy.
And then clove. Rubnock is not in danger of dying, right?
Technically, they are making death saving throws.
Okay, can I lay on hands?
Yes, you may.
So it's my
You can just restore
level-
1 hit point if you want.
Yeah.
Because you can
Yeah, I'll
choose
just do
with lay
that.
on hands how many points you give. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do 1 hit point. So they're not dying.
Well, how does Clove do this?
They're gonna pinch. And that's how they're
They wake
So
them up with a little pinch on the cheek.
Yeah, wake them up. No, on the arm. So
Okay.
it's a little hard thing, but it's like, you mess with my friends, I take that hit point back.
Ooh. Roll intimidate for Clove.
Oh goodness. What is intimidate? That's intimidation is charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
Yeah.
-1.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The pinch was a healing
Great.
pinch. So,
It was, yeah, but Rubnock knows. They know that if they mess with Mila, they get the hands.
definitely.
They're gonna catch
Because
that
you have
hand.
3 of them.
They're gonna literally catch that hand.
All right. And it's my 2 cinnamon bun golems. One of them will be attacking Seaphora again because she's right in front of it. Multi-attack with some slams, which 2 of them hit. So she takes a fuck ton of damage. 25 points of bludgeoning damage as these 2 arm amoebas of the cinnamon bun smash down on her. She still remains standing, but she has taken some heavy hits here. My remaining cinnamon golem is going to walk closer again to Mila, and it's going to use its breath weapon because this one hasn't used it yet. So actually, both Steve and Mila will have to do a saving throw because it's a 15-foot cone.
What kind of saving throw?
Let me check here. A DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh.
16.
16.
Oh,
No,
my-
the
Oh,
16
no,
is
that was
mine.
6.
All right, Steve, you managed to succeed your saving throw, so you're going to take half of this damage. Mila, you're going to take the full damage, which is 3d8s. That wasn't that bad of a roll. This is 11 plus 2, so 13 fire damage. Steve, you take half of that, rounded down.
6.
My first damage
I can math.
of the night.
Yeah, there you go.
okay.
Not
It's
too
all good.
bad.
Yeah.
Borba!
All right. Borba is going to look at the strawberry that tried to hit Paya and go, all right, I've just about had enough of this. I am going to get revenge on you, and her axe is gonna burst into flames, and she's going to swing it at this strawberry.
Yeah!
With the extra d6 of fire damage added to it if it happens to hit, because I'm still poisoned.
I'm sorry.
True.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 22 at disadvantage. So
Yeah!
let me do
Woo!
12 for my regular thing, and then I gotta roll another d6.
Ow.
And that's a 6. So,
Fucking hell.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
babe.
Let's go.
Baybarian, this strawberry is both sliced in half, charred, and like flambéed before you.
All right. And then Floof is gonna try to hop onto this table over here, the next one over, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Just to try to get closer to the cinnamon bun. I don't think he could make, I don't know how much 40 feet would be cut in half, so I'm assuming this would be about it for him because his small little legs.
Yeah, about 20 feet of movement,
Yeah.
yeah, to get up there.
That's about there. So yeah, that's where he's gonna go. And then actually, could he hit that cinnamon bun with a vicious the glare, the death?
Is it
glare
within
from
10
there?
feet?
It's within 30 feet.
Fuck yeah, he can.
Yeah, that cinnamon bun has got to pass a DC 11 strength saving throw or roll the next charisma check or attack roll with disadvantage.
Nice. All right. DC 11. I rolled a 2 on the die.
Yeah. So this cat's
Disadvantage.
super intimidated. This giant cinnamon bun with his glare going, I'm gonna munch you.
Oh yeah, I feel like Floof would really be into the icing on this
Yeah.
cinnamon
It's
bun.
like, I'm gonna munch the hell out of you. And I think, I guess the setting my axe on fire would count as a bonus action, or does it? I'm looking down at Flame Tongue to see if that's, yes, it's a bonus action. So that's it. That's all I'm doing right now.
Alrighty. Paya is going to use Firebolt at this golem here, the cinnamon bun. And it hits with a 16 on the die,
Nice.
dealing 8 points of flame damage to this cinnamon bun, this is the one that has already taken damage. It's on its last fucking legs. I mean, it only has 2 and they're made out of cinnamon bun, but which means that it is Steve's turn.
Is there a sprinkler system in this room?
Give me a perception check.
Oh man.
Nice.
21.
Yes. You notice on the ceiling there are quite a few sprinklers set up. And with a 21, you also notice near where you were, near the wall where you got poisoned, so about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away from you, there's a fire alarm, like pull down thingy. What do you call those? Switch. A fire alarm switch.
I can use cunning action to take the dash action as a bonus action. So can I run over there and pull that fire alarm?
Yeah, you can.
I do that. Or is it over here?
Yeah, you
The
got
fire
it.
alarm? Yeah, and I pull the fire alarm because I'm over it. It's so gross in here.
The fire alarm, literally, as soon as Steve pulls down this switch, the sprinklers all turn on, dousing the room in water. You're all now have the wet condition, which
Oh.
is nothing. But, you're
Okay.
just
You're just
damp.
wet.
Yeah.
Just wet.
Yeah.
Does the alarm go off when the water starts?
Yeah, you hear like a really loud, annoying bell continuously ringing. That's like incredibly loud. It's almost like you're deafened. You're not actually deafened, but it's on the
Yeah.
verge of that loud.
And we're locked in this room.
Not for long.
Ah.
If I have anything to say about it. It's going to take 17 minutes to get to my turn again, but I'm getting us out of this goddamn room.
I'm imagining just like my big hair just like falling on my face because of the water. I'm like, I can't see. Hair in my mouth.
Oh no, my axe is on fire. It's magic fire though, right?
It's magic fire, that would
It's
go.
magical.
My clothes are waterproof because practicality, but here we are.
Of course it is.
And with that, it would normally be Siaphora's turn, but interrupting the initiative order, you see the doors to the cafeteria be burst open, the like metal bars flying from keeping it locked shut. And everyone give me a perception check.
Oh my
Not with
goodness.
disadvantage, just flat.
Oh, okay, cool.
Unless you're
20?
poisoned, Rachel, sorry.
25.
Damn it. Ah! That's a 14.
All
Could've been
right,
worse.
yeah. You all notice this mouse folk wizard come into the room. And Mila, you would recognize this as Biscuit, who you trained with. And Biscuit raises his hands and he says, "To be done with this mayhem!" And he casts Dispel Magic on both of these Cinnabon golems, leaving you a single strawberry to deal with. And he addresses the room saying, "Clean up this mess! This is unacceptable! We asked for a good show!" And he stares at all of the competitors and contestants in this room. "I noticed, and I'm not the only one, who was making good use of their abilities. Do not disappoint us again when you have your next impromptu, damaging, riot in this building." And he...
so sorry, Mr. Biscuit.
Did he just say next time we're gonna riot?
Biscuit's
what?
a good one. Biscuit's a real good one.
Biscuit
love him.
stares across the room because Marge's favorites are kind of all in a line right now.
Yeah.
And he like winks in your general direction.
Yeah. And I'm
and-
like,
Heck yeah.
damn straight, we're gonna ride again. Yeah.
Walks forward and stands. He'll make a little athletics check. Oh yeah, gets on top of this table because he's really fucking small and continues to address the room here. And he says, "Oh, I have to find my speech. I'm sorry,
Oh no.
I lost it."
I wave while that's happening. I wave at him and I make sure that my bracelet shows. So I'm like, look, I have the bracelet.
He nods and he says, "Attention trial participants! I'm sorry Marge couldn't be here to make these announcements, so you're stuck with me, Biscuit Pitter-Patter, the greatest wizard in the world. You will notice the screen in front of you. It will only show your points when you have cleaned up this mess. But I am very proud of most of our competitors for completing the haunting of Fall Mansion. You know, we're almost a third of the way through our trial, and things are going to start getting a lot more competitive from here on out. I'm
Goosebumps.
I'm glad that you exercised some of that competitive nature today with this food fight. It was entertaining, to say the least. But again, and he gestures at the people that are like cowering under the desks and tables and buffet islands that literally did fuck all to help you in this battle. I expect more from participants in the Wild trials. And then notice him like touch his ear, and everybody roll a perception check.
With
8.
disadvantage.
23.
Got a 7.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Because
that's
I'm poisoned.
that's just yeah.
Oh, I rolled 14
um,
anyway.
so Mila and Steve, even from across the room, Steve, and as the rain is pouring down in this, or water is pouring down in this cafeteria, you notice a little earpiece inside Biscuit's ear that he was just touching, and he says, "Oh, I'll be right back, but get to work, clean up this area." And then he walks out of the room, leaving you all. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd love to do some sort of perception or investigate check to see if I can figure out who fucking stabbed me. No, like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an investigation check.
Fucking criminal.
Oh my god.
You're just not supposed to know.
What
You're
is the
just
point?
supposed to know.
What is the point of having +10
That's
to investigation checks
oh
if
my
I'm gonna crit fail them every
That's just
time?
actual fate, though. Like, that's just like, you're straight up not supposed to know yet.
I'm
And-
upset.
May I search the room or investigate to see where the heck the Jerrys went?
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation to look for the Jerrys.
A 6.
A 6. The room is pretty crowded right now. There's most of you are still in this space, but you don't manage to grasp either of the Jerrys right now.
Okay. I pick up some pots and pans and I start putting the food on the floor inside the pots and pans.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Gotta go somewhere.
It's gotta go somewhere.
Wilmer's gonna rush over to his sister and be like, "Are you okay?"
She wraps her arms around you in a big hug if you'll let her, Wilmer.
I think it's gonna be one of those like startled hugs where he just stands there straight and for like 2 seconds and then starts hugging back.
Nice. Yeah, you feel like a deep pressure over your whole body as she gives you one of the most earnest hugs that you've ever felt from her. And she says, "I'm fine. You don't think that I would let you do this on your own, did you?"
Sia, I swear to mother, I told you to stay home.
"There's some things," and she starts to whisper, because you're still hugging, "that you
Oh,
don't
okay.
know about this trial, Wilmer. I don't want you to die here.
I won't die.
Mom and Dad didn't tell you everything. There's some things that Mother didn't want you to know. Obviously, because you can't do any of anyways. We don't have time to talk about this here.
Okay.
But I'm glad that you're okay. And those magic missiles were so cool.
You really think so?
Yeah, your dart skills have gotten really good." And she starts speaking louder again as she pulls away. "Your dart skills have been amazing. Mom and Dad are going to be so proud of you once we complete this trial."
And I'm gonna just start talking really loud. Be like, "Yeah, you hit things so good. You just kept punching them with your martial training that you've been training since birth. Wow, you're the real killing machine. You're so powerful. Everyone should stay away from you."
Roll an intimidation. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to intimidate the other competitors?
I would say persuade.
Okay.
Or because I don't want them to be scared. I want them to just like
Be
think
impressed?
that she's scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
be impressed.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, 12.
Yeah. You catch the eyes of a few people in this space that you think you're getting your message across, that Seaphora is not to be messed with, that she's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, she's scary.
And she asks you, "Have you seen the Jerrys?"
Well, I saw one just kind of running around a table over there. but I don't know where the other one went.
And she starts like helping to clean up as you guys are talking, and she says something isn't right with them. They don't seem how they seemed before.
Really? Did they get smart?
It's not that. It's sometimes it's like they got dumber. They just staring at me or at other competitors without blinking, it's like their eyes glass over it, but then they pop back out of it after a minute or so.
That's really creepy. Maybe let's go see if we can talk to them. Okay? I'm pretty beefy scary now, so we can go and sort this out. I'm pretty good at sussing out magic if they're magic-y over and stuff.
All right. Maybe the next time that we are all together, we could have a talk. I don't know. I don't know if we should. And she stops herself.
Just keep your what our old trainer used to say. Keep your eyes on your 6, okay?
She nods and smiles. And everybody you spend the rest of the time cleaning up this area, which leads you to the end of the day. But everybody, or everyone that knows the Jerrys, is wondering where they are. And I should say that the Jerrys were created by father and son duo of Match Play Games, who donated to our Indiegogo. Thank you so much to Jack Matchette and Chad Matchette.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Emily's family. Woot, woot.
My fam. They made the most ridiculous characters ever.
They're so good.
And we love them for that. Thanks, Chad. Thanks, Jack.
And as the room gets to be more and more tidied, the staff come in to help as well, like the kitchen staff. The screen above the door lights up, and you see
Really
only...
quick.
Oh, yeah.
Really quick before any scores are announced is I want to make it known that Steve did not help with the cleaning up at all. She kicked some things in like a good direction, but she did not touch anything. Disgusting.
How did other people help with the cleaning or no?
Yeah, I was helping with the cleaning, but the first thing I did was definitely grab Floof and try to dry him off a little because he is not happy.
Just a drenched
tabby cat
cat
who is like very, very upset. And I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, Floof. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
When I see Floof, I apologize.
And Floof just like is like, I'm just done with this, and goes into the backpack. Just like,
actually, that's
out.
a lie. I pretend it wasn't me.
Like Floof is just, I'm a head out and just goes into the backpack. And as I'm cleaning, I'm gonna try to like see where Paya is and be like, man, that was crazy, huh? What a day.
Paya does continue to like help sweep up all this food into trash bags. And you and her have a nice conversation throughout the day. Seemingly small talk, seemingly getting to know each other a bit. She has a family back home, 2 brothers. And she is very interested in Floof and how you two met.
Oh, well. Yeah, I just kind of found him. He was all by himself and I was also all by myself, so it just kind of worked out.
No. Mila, what are you doing during the cleanup sesh?
I'm still putting food from the floor inside pots and pans. Still just helping.
Not the trash, save.
No.
Don't waste anything. That's the Thornfire
way.
way.
It's the 1 millionth second rule, right? Like,
Yeah. I didn't imagine that, like,
Disgusting.
I'd imagine that, like, she's like, she thinks that she's doing something. Everyone else is doing their own thing. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to be smart. These things are close to me. So I'm just going to put it all together.
Oh, that's great.
It might be a prank for the chefs after. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh boy.
And as everything has been tidied up, the screen above the door lights up, and you only see your own name. You don't see any others. It seems to be some sort of roll an Arcana check.
All of
You
us?
bet.
Yes.
I will. 21.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a 4 because I'm still poisoned.
That was a Oh my goodness. Can I please lay on hands?
Yes, go for
I'm just
it.
like walking around like I really don't feel well, guys. I really It's like getting progressively worse throughout the day, and I'm just like at some point just like healed. I'm like, oh, my vomit. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
Amila sees that and she just like sends Clove your way, and it just lays on hands on you.
Cool.
So your poison is no more.
Ooh.
Wow,
And
where were you this entire time, Mila? I really could have used that earlier.
You were busy.
I mean, fair. And I walk away.
Steve and Wilmer would be the ones that would know that obviously this is a magical screen, and the way that it's just whoever is looking at it sees the point system that is directly related to themselves. So you see 40 appear next to Marge's favorites. Out of a possible 80 points that you could have received from the Haunting of Fall Mansion.
Completely half.
Nice.
Oof.
Yeah.
She's got degrees.
It's fine.
She's got degrees.
I look at everybody in my party. We don't gotta tell anybody how. No, let's just keep that on the down low.
We're still
Let's
number
just-
one.
I say very loudly, wow, we did so well.
Yeah. Wow. I was really expecting a lot less. I was expecting a lot less. That's super, super good. Yep. Yeah.
Who has higher deception out of Borba and Steve?
Oh, probably not me, because I have no. I'm a 1.
All right.
I'm +4. Yeah.
So Borba, you can roll deception with advantage because Steve's giving you the help action.
cool. I'm also so proficient. This is great. Oh, still a 9, so it's really shitty.
People hear what you're saying. You don't know if they believe you or not.
They
Whenever I believe me.
They totally believe us, guys. It's so good. We fooled them.
And with the battle, the epic food fight behind you, Marge's favorites follow the light back to their dorm, where you can spend your evening relaxing, chilling, discussing anything you like. But this is where we're going to have to end our episode right before we figure out what our next trial will be. See you next time.
No, I gotta do housekeeping. Housekeeping and important things to know. First off is that I'm gonna do the giveaway stuff first because that's exciting. We're doing a giveaway right now. With one of our episode sponsors coming up, Nerf Blat Bits. We are giving away hand-painted trans flag dice box. It's absolutely beautiful. We're gonna make a post about it tomorrow with a picture if you want to see it.
You
It
kind of
starts
see it
today.
in Sarah's
Oh yeah.
thing for people in Twitch chat. We'll send out a better picture on social media.
Yeah, we'll send out a better picture on
tomorrow.
social media tomorrow. It starts today, January 12th, and the winner will be selected next Tuesday, January 19th. How to enter? All you have to do is leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and send us a screenshot. And then other housekeeping stuff, if you'd like to support these titties a little extra, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/tabletop tiddies. We've got a bunch of tiers and price points to choose from to support these titties just a little bit extra. And we an extra special shout out to new patron Rachel S.
Woohoo!
If you would like to support some TT Titties merch, ooh, so difficult. There, like a pillow. It looks great. Head to tabletoptiddies.threadless.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Tabletop Tiddies. And if you tweet using hashtag #TTTiddies, you might find yourself in the Wild Well Trials with an NPC named after you. All of this information can be found on our website, which is www.tabletoptiddies.com. And every single time I'm saying titties, it's with double D's.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.